everybody? Welcome to the DisClaymer podcast. Yet again, another episode. Hey, don't interrupt me, please.
Sorry, my bad, dude.
All right,
that's my bad.
Next time you do that, I'm kicking you
That's
out.
on me. That's my bad, guys. Frick.
Before we get started, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We are on YouTube, DisClaymer podcast on YouTube. Check both me and Austin out on our own main YouTube channels.
Yes.
The links are down below in the description. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it very much, each and every one of you.
We appreciate you. We hope you succeed in life.
Seriously, we're here to help you, even though we're not very successful yet.
It's a very informative podcast.
We're here to help you succeed, and we can't even succeed. But you guys, we have a very interesting topic for you guys today because...
Well, let's just say, to start it off, we both were very bored and we're still quarantining.
Truth.
And I just said, I'm literally going crazy in this apartment. So we just said, let's make a podcast.
So I know, double duty. We're doing double duty.
Yeah.
Usually...
Full-time podcasters, guys.
Podcast...
Not easy having a podcast.
The podcast is it's once a week, but this week it's two because we gotta make up though. We did miss like a couple weeks.
Is this a fourth episode of me and you?
I think so. I don't know.
Cheers to 4 episodes.
Cheers. Wait, hold on. You should have. There we go.
Water,
cheers.
Guys. It's water.
It's water. It's definitely water, not a huge jar of vodka. That is for sure, guys.
It's just
do not get it twisted.
A jar of Tito's.
Wait, what if it was because I can't taste or smell? So I'm just getting plastered.
You're like, dude, why do I feel hammered right now?
But you guys, the topic for today, and this is something that both me, a couple, but the main one, this is something that both me and Austin have gone through in the past 2 months. Mine was earlier, yours is like more recent. Breakups.
The B word.
The B word, the BU. It's a very sensitive issue.
Yes.
Obviously.
I think everyone goes through a breakup. Majority of every single person goes through a breakup, I would say. Except for like high school sweethearts, obviously.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I'm not going to say names.
No,
we're not going to say names. But he just got out of a relationship. When did you guys? What was this? November, and
last month,
and I got out of a relationship in October, and so the thing is, both me and him broke up with the person, which is just the worst thing.
It's not I don't think it's like known that it's not easy for both sides of the breakup. It's not easy. Obviously, being broken up with sucks because it's like you're caught off guard and it's like heartbreak. But also breaking up with someone you care about is
tough. And here's so the reason, I think we both have the same reason why we broke up with sort of, right?
Yeah.
But so, I was with this girl for a few months. We officially dated for a month. And I broke up with her because I needed to focus on my goals, which is YouTube and like stocks, studying, getting better at, trading and just making...
You just weren't committed to settle. Like you weren't ready to settle.
And that's a whole... We'll go into that later about settling down, with...
Like being in the position to commit to someone.
Right. And that's... It just like... you just put yourself in a box more and I'm not ready to be in a box. So I was more so... But the thing is that what sucks is that she was a great girl too. Like she's a great girl. And honestly, I could have been with her for a while. And here's another thing too, with breakups. Even if you break up with somebody, you still get I still get very sad.
Yeah.
I still get sad if I break up with somebody.
Yeah, 100%.
So what were you gonna say earlier?
Like this, I just got out of my very first like serious relationship. It was like a year and a month, so it was very serious, like long term. We talked about the future and everything, and I think every single person, like if you marry the very first person, like your very first serious relationship, if you marry that person, I don't know. I'm like a strong believer now that you need to have something to go off of. You need a past relationship to like learn from and grow off of, and then you kind of become independent. And then you can actually find your wife or husband or whatever it is.
Right.
And then you're ready to commit to that person. Like I learned so much in this past relationship, like a year and a half month with that person.
Yeah.
So I think every single person, like it's good for them almost to have a breakup and to kind of like learn from that and grow from that. And then you move on to the next person you find and then you use your past experience in this new relationship?
For me, I mean, my first break, I actually know it was my second breakup technically. First breakup was in high school, and I don't really count it. I don't really count the first one in high school. We only, like my first girlfriend, we only dated for like 3 months, and I don't count it because I wasn't very, I don't know, I wasn't that sad. It was high school, you know? But then the next breakup was with a girl I was with for like 2.5 years. That was the one where I learned emotional intelligence and like emotional control, because that one, I mean,
what do you mean emotional intelligence?
Like, I don't know, just being able to control my emotions, I should say. Not emotional intelligence, but being able to control.
Emotionally stable.
Yeah, being emotionally stable, because that one, I remember that breakup, I was a disaster for like 4 months. I literally thought it was the end of the world. I remember that.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
You never knew that?
Like you got depressed or what?
I was, what is it, January of 2017 to like...
Dang, that's...
To like March. No, it was December of... And then here's the thing. And here is the thing. I broke up with her too. Mm-hmm. And I was a disaster though, because I just knew that we were both... I wasn't ready. I still am not ready for a relationship.
It's also just an adjustment. Like not having that person, not talking to that person every single day, even if it's long distance, you usually like communicate somehow, like every day for a certain amount of time. Yeah. And just like completely cutting off a friend. It's like you're cutting off your best friend.
Right.
Pretty much. It's like you don't have that person to talk to anymore. Like if something happens, you can't like talk to that person about it.
And yeah, your world was like around them too, pretty much. I don't know. It's
like the person pretty much dies and you can't talk to them.
Right. Literally. It's funny because what I do is whenever I break up with somebody, I end up, being very sad, but then I laugh at myself because it's like my fault. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I broke up with them. I mean, sometimes. I mean, there's reasons I broke up.
Have you been broken up with?
I've never been broken up with. And that is a feeling I have yet to experience. And maybe that is something I do think about.
I've been on both sides.
What's it like?
Well, I got cheated on.
Oh, God. Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah. Do you remember that? It was like right before I moved.
I think I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
It was a winter like right before I moved. And I found out, and like I obviously like had heartbreak because I really liked that person. Right. But I'm honestly so happy that happened to me, and like because I have like such a unique perspective now towards like women and like relationships. Like I respect women a lot more now because like I would never want to put someone into the position that I was put into. Right. Getting cheated on. So I think that happened to me for a reason. And it just like built me up to be a better person in the long run for like my wife. Oof. But being cheated on though, that is... Yeah, it was... That is like, see, that... Now, it wasn't like a physical... Okay, so I wanted to like... I don't know. I wasn't like a physical cheat that I know of. But it was like texting somebody else. Someone else. Oh, gosh. Like, while we were dating. That's the worst. Yeah. You know what? That's even worse. Yeah. It sucks. There's a lot of crying in the shower for sure. Yeah, no, I couldn't. See, so that's why, I mean, ever since my first like official really tough breakup, I'm very emotionally reserved with women. When I go out with women, I'm very emotionally, I don't show any emotion I don't show, I mean, I laugh, I try to be fun, and sometimes I can be, I can be loving, but like, I'm very reserved, so I'm like saying I love you, okay. I've had girls tell me like, hey, I love you, Like right away. And yeah, and I say slow the freak down because I know what it's like when you dive head first. It is. Term. And it's like, I know what it's like when you dive head first into something and then it just like, it all comes crumbling down and then it feels like your world is also crumbling down. That's why I'm very emotionally reserved and I try to keep a clear head, I'm not like, it's going to take me, if I actually find a girl, like if I actually commit to somebody and I actually, want to make them my wife, it's going to take me 6 months to start truly diving deep with the person and not even, cause like. It just depends on the person too. Like if you feel a connection and like it's actually different. Right. A unique experience, then it just, you can say I love you, but I don't think you should rush into saying I love you at all. No, dude. Especially like there's a lot of younger people that don't realize like, And
we said it in high school. I said it in high school, and I didn't think about it.
I told one girl I loved her, and I remember telling her, I was like, I only want to tell one girl my entire life that I love them.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was the one person I wanted to marry and stuff, and like move forward and have kids with or whatever.
Yeah.
And obviously that didn't work out.
Yeah.
But I like had that mindset. I was like, I only want to tell one girl I love her. And then like marry that person.
That's what my.
And I want to be very specific with who I say I love you to.
Right.
And I failed.
I mean, my goal was because my parents were very traditional and like very Christian, so they met. I mean, I think my mom was my dad's like second girlfriend ever. My dad was my mom's first boyfriend ever, I believe, or maybe I don't know. You know, to be honest with you, I don't know their past, but they ended up getting like they met at a young age. They ended up getting married, and I mean, they had a ton of kids.
It's different back
then. And that was my goal, was to find love young, and then and I was gonna wait till marriage for to consummate the marriage and everything. Ended up not. Literally, the first girlfriend I got, and I failed that completely. So
it was different back then. Like they got married at 20.
That is true.
Had kid at like 24. Like
you know what? It was the world wasn't as global.
Yeah.
You know, there were like
it's
what you
different.
only knew what was close to you. So if you found a nice woman, you would marry her because like you didn't like now you can just talk to somebody in freaking Spain. You know, you can talk to somebody. You can find a girl.
We have the internet.
Yeah, we have the internet. Like literally, isn't that crazy? You can find a girl in Russia if you wanted to.
It is. It's
and
bizarre.
you could probably pay for a bride. You could pay for a bride from the Philippines. Guys, let's...
You're really good, though.
Dude, that's a YouTube idea.
If we wanted to, we were just talking about this, we could go find a girl, marry her, and have a kid right now. If we
yes, we said this last podcast, but...
Not saying like we're like super
deeper.
handsome and stuff, but I'm just saying,
I
could go find a girl, marry her within like a week, because this happens, and then you could have a kid with her.
Dude, wouldn't that be
I could change my life right now if I wanted to.
Yeah, what if...
Like I could literally go have a kid.
What would you do if we had?
But we also were just talking about. I feel like, okay, so there's some like successful rich people or successful married people, but I think it's two different worlds. Like from my perspective, is you're either really rich and successful and you have like a business or like you're chasing your goals and dreams, or you're settled down and you have a family.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I feel like it'd be so hard to be super rich and successful and also maintain a healthy family.
Yeah.
Like either it's like
husband, a shitty dad.
Right. And here's the deal. Yeah, you know what? You watch your dad come out, but it's okay. It's a podcast, honestly. So that's actually so funny. Sorry guys, it's okay.
Oopsies.
We don't have to be family friendly though.
Okay.
I'm still not gonna swear because I'm afraid.
I don't know your vibe.
Like my family. I don't want my family to see me just swearing all over.
I'm gonna say poopy. I'm sorry.
Poopy head.
Poopy gaga.
Oh crap! You threw me off my topic. What was we just? I forget.
You're either successful or you're.
Oh yeah. So for me, like I said last podcast, I want to be super successful. So I want to put all my time and energy, probably till I'm like I just have goals that I want to meet, and then I'm ready to basically retire. Put aside the grind and then start a family. Maybe even balance it out, try to balance it out. But once I get a family, I'm gonna focus on my family because I don't want to have I don't have a bad family. I want to be there for my kids.
You should be a dad first before anything else.
And that's the thing.
You can't be a successful person without own business and you're monitoring the business and be a good dad.
Oh yeah, dude. And women are. From my perspective, women are dangerous. For me personally, I told the last girl I was with that I said she's scary because I'm not joking. She's not like she's physically scary, but I'm saying though like she was a great girl and I easily could have I started investing like a lot of my time and energy into her, and I spent a lot of time with her, and that's scary for me because like I have goals. And then a girl can take that away. But like I love spending time with I love watching Netflix and cuddling and you know spending time with a woman.
I noticed about that with you.
That I have that.
When you find someone you like, a girl, you invest all your time into that girl.
Which is so not healthy.
You shut out the world and you just like no, it's healthy. It's just like you want to be in a position where you can do that. Like with me, with my last relationship, it was like a struggle of like me chasing my dreams and my goals and like trying to be a good boyfriend and stuff.
Right.
And it's hard to do that.
It's
you feel
hard to
guilty
balance that.
for like not being the perfect boyfriend and you're trying to chase. So it's definitely a hard battle. And you just like you drop your goals and dreams, I feel, and you just go straight to be like.
I don't know, mentally, like emotionally, I have control, but then it's like my priorities completely shift. Yeah. Because I do enjoy spending time with a woman, especially a woman that I like too. It's just, I don't know, it's like, but here's the issue. I get so comfortable, and so I don't try to grow. Like, I get comfortable with a woman, and I don't try to push myself. I get very complacent. And that's what I explained.
Especially when you're with the person that like wants to settle and like.
Exactly, and that's, you have to have.
I feel like majority of women like our age are like wanting to settle. You know?
Yes, well, I mean, I could have you just said you could start a family. Like I know women. I met women who want a family.
Bachelor lifestyles, and we're both very ambitious.
Yeah.
But like right now, I could literally have a kid if I wanted.
Yeah, we could literally have. I could have 10 kids.
Yeah.
Let's have 10 kids, bro. I would have 10 kids.
Oh my gosh. I want to be like, before I even think about settling down again, because I'm like freshly single, like a month in.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like, I want to have financial freedom. I want to be able to provide for my wife and my kids. That's like my number one thing. And I want to like I have a bucket list of like my goals and ambitions I want to work on. Yeah. And I want like most of those checked off.
Right.
And then I'll be like, okay, I'm ready to settle. Because I want to be dad of like 5 kids.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, then I'm ready to settle. But right now, at 23 years old, I'm like, I don't even want to think about a relationship.
I'd rather focus. Yeah, you should really focus on your career. Mm-hmm. I feel like. See, now if you had a normal, like if you were doing like a day job and you just wanted to be like normal, then you can probably start a family. I mean, I know people who've married younger than me and you, who are like settled down now and already having children, and like that's great, like good for you.
Just different priorities.
But it's different priorities though, because like I don't know, you live one life, go for it, shoot for it.
I don't want to be like a medium lifestyle where like I have like $60,000 a year and just like not really rich, just like middle class.
It's either
like I'm hating my job, not enjoying going to work. I don't want that.
Right. Either we're going broke or we're getting super rich. It's either or. I'm not honestly gonna be an in-betweener here, okay? I'm shooting for the stars. I'm taking all my money invested in YouTube. I'm gonna do like, I don't know, what's like a big, should I buy a Tesla just for one YouTube video?
Honestly.
That'd be so funny. Well, how many kids? I was gonna ask you, how many kids do you want?
I want a big family because.
Like how many kids? What's the minimum that you want?
Minimum probably like 4.
4. That's a good number. 4 is.
Okay, if I actually have financial freedom and I have like a beautiful house that's paid off and cars that's paid off and all this stuff, I will have like 7 kids. 100%.
Dude, me too. I literally.
I want a big family.
I would have a big family as well. But see, now we also have different priorities in terms of like what kind of relationship we want.
Like
I want to. So yeah. So like I am much more traditional. Like I grew up in a family where my mom stayed home and she took care of the kids, and like she just took care of the house.
Too.
And
I had that, yeah.
He also had that, and then my dad worked and provided for us.
Yeah.
And like I had a great, and like no disrespect, like if the mom wants to work and the husband wants to stay home, that's great. Like if that works out in your relationship, that's great. But for me, I had a great childhood. I love my family, and I want to model I want my family after, like I want my own family after my family that raised me, after my mom and dad.
I agree.
So I would want a wife who wants to like take care of kids and like who enjoys.
So why do we have different priorities? Because obviously,
because you want someone who's ambitious.
Yeah.
And like who is also working.
I want someone successful like in their own life without me.
Yeah.
Like I want to be successful and I want to find someone that's successul.
Yeah.
And then we grow together.
Right.
Yeah. Like I don't know, but like ambition's very attractive to me. It's weird.
I don't have.
Like there's a girl named Chelsea Cutler. I believe she's lesbian. If she's not, I'm so sorry.
Wait, Chelsea Cutler.
She's an artist. And like just because she can play a guitar and piano, I don't know why, it's very attractive to me. So I have like a weird attraction towards like talented and ambitious.
But like, what about, do you like, see, when I see a girl taking care of it, like I don't know, playing with kids and having fun. I find that very attractive. I think that's great.
Yeah, I think being a good mom is like.
What else is attracactive in a woman?
Well, I was gonna say
things
like,
that
we both are very picky.
We are a little picky. I mean, I can be.
I'm definitely more picky than you.
Well, I think we're not ready. I'm not that picky, but we're just not ready.
Well, you're like looking. You're like.
I'm sort of looking, but I'm not like.
Hardcore
I don't know. Like I said, if I meet the right girl, I will commit to her. I would. If I meet the perfect girl, but I can be picky right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect.
I'm not even looking. To be honest,
you're not even. Well, because you shouldn't.
Yeah,
you shouldn't. Like, okay.
But I'm not looking for like. I mean, I'm going with the flow. Obviously, like whatever happens. But I want like 2 years of individual growth.
Yeah, you shouldn't. After like a breakup, you should like with somebody that you've been with for a long time. You should wait out to like 5 months, 5-6 months.
Yeah.
Before you start getting back
also,
out there.
I hate how petty relationships can get. Like after a breakup, like someone.
Oh, that's a different topic.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so toxic.
It's a game.
Like 100%.
It's a game that people play.
Thank God I don't have social media. I have TikTok. Like, I have social media.
Good thing you do not have social media.
Because I've seen it. Like not just my relationships, but like other when two people break up, like they kind of like play games on social media back and forth.
It's true, and you know, I see
toxic.
And you know what? You know what's toxic? You know what's so toxic though is social media, like the platforms like Facebook, Instagram. They know, like they purposefully will put that person, whoever you broke up with. I don't know how they know, but they know.
There's like an algorithm.
Yeah, there's like an algorithm. They put them first on your page and everything. Yeah. So like the person I broke up with, they posted a picture, and that was like the first thing I opened up. In quarantine, I was like, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
I was just like, so,
That's why,
you know?
Yeah.
That's
like a
so,
detox from social media.
You really kind of, after a breakup, you need to take a break from social media for about, I would say 2 months. Get out of there. It really, it's such a...
I just like, it sucks seeing that person. Like, I haven't seen that person since I've broken up with them on like TikTok or anything, so it's been fine, but... It sucks seeing that. Like when I first had a breakup with a person, I had Snapchat and like I could see their stories and they could see mine, and it was like super toxic because like it's literally a game you play. It's
like who can look busier and like who's happier. That's the one thing that does.
And if you're posting after breakup, like selfies smiling and like
out partying, I see that too.
Like stop. That's so toxic. Like you can go do that stuff and go enjoy life. Obviously, like I want you to have fun, but if you're gonna post it, if you're gonna do something just to post it to get at your ex,
but I mean, there's bitterness.
That's
of
just
course.
immaturity too.
That's why I'm saying you have to have. That's why my first big breakup, I learned like emotional control, and I started to understand. After I was done, going through the mess, like 4 months of just like, honestly, I was depressed. Yeah. After that though. I look back and I realized all the things, like it is a game after the breakup, and I remember it's just like it's kind of crushing. Even if you break up with them, it is kind of crushing to see them, and they're trying to make it look like they're having fun, and then you think they're actually having fun, but in reality they're just as broken as you are. Yeah. It's just they are a little like some people can be very bitter, and they want you to feel the pain that they felt. Because, I mean...
Well, they also probably, like, are trying to make you regret your decision by, like, trying to look better or, like, happier. And,
and, like, jealousy and stuff. And, I mean, some women that I had, like, left, I took pictures with guys, other guys and stuff.
Talked to, like, guys' friends.
And wanted to make it... Oh, God. Anyway... that one hit too close to home, bro. But that is, I don't know. See, I'm a guy, and I've only done the breaking up. I've never gotten broken up with, but I just know that, some women can they will do whatever it takes to get under your skin.
Yeah, 100%.
I know that.
Yeah.
I mean, some women are very mature about it, though, too. And I don't know how guys, because obviously how do guys, I'm curious to know, we should have a woman. We We should get a woman on this podcast. We need to get a woman and have her explain her perspective in a breakup.
I think,
what is a guy
I think
do?
breakups honestly are like a source of motivation.
Oh, that's another thing.
Like,
dude,
when I got cheated on, I remember I was like, okay, I want to actually like. That's like right before I moved to Arizona, so I had a lot of like stuff planned, and I was trying to get my life together. I mean, I was depressed definitely for a couple months, but I was very inspired and motivated. Like, okay, this person's not worth my time. Like, I learned a lot from that person, and obviously it didn't work out. But now, like, I have time to grow for myself and like, learn and grow. And I'm moving to a whole different state, away from my family. So I felt very inspired and motivated.
Do you know what I see on TikTok now? These like transformation post-breakup transformation TikToks. To me, that's toxic.
Yeah.
It's like I've seen divorced guys and divorced women, both like me before the divorce, you know, and it's like them, you know, unfit, probably like a little overweight, and just generally less well taken care of. And then it shows them like a year later, like super fit, super good looking now. And I'm like, you know, why didn't you do that in the relationship? I mean, I don't know your details.
I feel like when someone does that, it's like it's not showing that you did it for yourself. It's showing you did it for your ex. Like you're targeting your ex. Like you can obviously like you should work on yourself after a breakup and grow or whatever.
Yeah.
But do it for yourself. Have like the right intentions for it. And don't do it to like get back at jealousy and that's when it gets toxic.
I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
That just like resurrects feelings in me of just not hatred, but like disdain and a lot of darkness.
Yeah.
I remember like this was 3.5 years ago that I was going through that breakup, that very depressing time. I remember thinking, I'm going to look back on this and I'm going to laugh at myself because I was just an emotional mess. And I can't go into detail about everything that happened with me and that
I did not know you got depressed after that.
Oh yeah, I was depressed.
What did you do?
I just laid in bed, and there were nights where I would cry, you know.
Interesting.
And I mean,
breakups do suck.
And you know what? Talking about like social media, I'd see this person on social media too, and that made me very depressed.
Yeah.
Too. I've seen what they were doing, and I was just like, and they were out.
I wish I was there to tell you, get the fuck off of social media.
I wish I could go back in time and tell myself like it's not, because it felt like it was the end of the world. I mean, like I said, I broke up with her. Okay.
So why did you feel guilt or regret, or what was like your depression?
It was just like I invested so much time in that person, and we had such a great connection, but I think both of us changed. Like both of us changed, and it wasn't the same. Yeah. And then, go into like more specifics, because like I broke up with her, and then so like I spent 4 months very depressed, and then like 4 months after I got over her, me and that girl started talking again. We got back in a relationship, but this time it was just way different, and I wasn't even like sad. Like we dated for a couple months, and then I ended up breaking up with her again. But that time I wasn't sad because at that point we had changed so much from each other.
Yeah.
Like when we first started our relationship, we were so tight and it was such a great bond. But then it's like, I don't know, we just started changing, and plus it was, I mean, I don't know.
Especially like
we were young. I couldn't afford a girlfriend anyways, and there was just a lot of issues. I needed to grow more, and so did she. And I don't know, it was just a lot of, we just both changed quite
That's
a bit.
one thing that's also so tough is like how America's like culture is. Like when you're 20 years old and have a girlfriend, you're making like $8 an hour, and you're supposed to pay for her every meal. So you're like paycheck to paycheck without a girlfriend, but with a girlfriend you're like in debt. That's
why dating young is really hard. I mean, okay, so me as a guy, like I said, I saw my mom and dad, they're very traditional. As a guy, maybe it's an ego thing, I have no idea, but I pay for them. I pay for the things. Like if I'm there with them, I am paying 100%.
Yeah.
And, you know, now I'm a little more, now I can afford that. Like I can do that for a girl. But back then though, when I was like 20, I couldn't, I could not do.
It's tough.
We literally never went out. Cause I couldn't, I was working minimum wage at a grocery store.
Yeah.
So
most 20-year-olds are like going to college and working.
I literally can't do anything. Like I have to save up money for the future.
Tough.
And plus, I didn't even know what my future was. I didn't have my life figured out. Like, I was in a relationship, and I still had no career, like, path. I had no... I didn't know where life was going to take me. And that's really hard when things are so indecisive. When you're so indecisive at that point, it's hard to maintain a relationship when you haven't even figured out yourself. So you have to figure out yourself before you go dive deep with somebody else into a relationship. Both of you kind of need to figure yourself out.
That's why I think I have such a unique perspective on relationships, because I've been single from like 0 to 20. And I like kind of grew, and I remember like seeing all my friends fall in love and like have girlfriends and stop hanging out with me and like, you know, be with this girl all the time and stuff. And I was like, oh, I really want a girlfriend. I'm ready for a girlfriend. Like, I think I'm prepared. And like the thing was, I'm still not.
Yeah, no.
Like I grew individually and like had all this time to myself and could invest in myself from like this whole time. And I remember like, I want a girlfriend. I was like, I'm ready for a girlfriend. I'm ready to settle down.
And then you get into...
And I wasn't.
Dude, that is another thing. Okay, I have a problem with this. With relationships, sometimes I have Fomo. You know what that is?
Yeah.
If you're missing out.
Thank you.
For the listeners who don't know what FOMO is. I sometimes get FOMO because, I don't know, like having... to be honest with you, a relationship, it can be really great.
There's pros and cons. 100%
there is
both.
Pros and cons. I don't know. I just love spending time with a girlfriend or a wife. Like,
well, it's also like you literally have a best friend.
Yeah, you have a best friend
that you hang out with all the time and like can talk.
And you can get physical with them too. It's like a best friend you get physical with. That's like the perfect. Yeah, it's like the perfect combination. But so I get FOMO, and it's like when you get in a relationship, you know, and another point about social media, like you see all these couples who look happy and who look, you know, are all lovey-dovey. It's so fake, dude. It's such a farce thing, because every relationship, at least that I've been in, you know, it is like fun for the first, you know, few weeks.
There's 100%
but then you start to hit like, I don't know, you hit like a wall almost. And that's why you need to find somebody has the same kind of values that you do, that you get along with really well. So that way when you approach those challenges, you can get over them together.
That's why like personality does matter 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You can be with someone you're very attracted to, like physically. But if their personality like doesn't mesh well with yours, it's not gonna work.
If you want a healthy relationship and a long-lasting relationship that's gonna last forever, then you need to find somebody who you mesh with personality-wise, because by the time you're 35, I mean by the time you're 40, that's when you start to your physical appearance is going to start to deteriorate. And now, I mean, if you don't like their personality, then it's just like you're in a prison basically with somebody you don't even get along with, you don't even like. And
there's like a lot of divorces happening, I feel.
I know.
Like,
because I feel like they didn't think about, I feel like people didn't get to
just
experience.
rush into it.
Yeah, they didn't get to experience. That is another thing, is like, you know, back in the boomer times.
Wait, what even is boomer times?
Like
80s?
Yeah, like 70s, 80s. I don't even know. But like, we'll just say 70s and 80s. Yeah. Back in the 70s and 80s, like they didn't know, nothing was globalized, so they didn't have the internet, so they just married people once they got out of high school, and they found their sweethearts. And they never got to grow. They never got to experience. They never got to experience, you know, someone else, like what it's like to be with. Like whatever kind of girl
you think you find like the love of your life in your hometown,
right?
And you don't realize like your hometown is a small little speckle,
super small
in the United States alone,
right? And there's so many different.
Okay, so you find your wife in like, let's say, the middle of Montana. Well, maybe like Pennsylvania. There's like
somebody better person. That is that
you never even meet.
That is exactly. That's the problem with internet for me. Like I'm thinking like, there's gotta be somebody who's perfect out there, and that's why it scares me, because like no matter who I find, like no matter who I am dating, like it's just scary to think there could be somebody that's better out there for me. Like, and that's why you can't have that thought. You cannot have that thought.
I kind of always have that thought,
because every person.
Like, let's say
I have my own flaws.
Let's say I didn't move to Arizona. Let's say I moved to Michigan,
right?
And I found a girl there. I would have never met my ex-girlfriend. I would have never known that person existed.
Isn't that
It's
strange?
like a parallel universe concept. Like it's so.
It's like decision, like one little decision.
Or like if we never went to the same hometown, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
who
we
you
would
are.
know.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, where would I be? Where would I be living?
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't be here.
If you stayed in Ohio and didn't move to Illinois,
Oh gosh.
I wouldn't know who you are. And like, where would I be at right now?
Yeah, like what?
It's
Dude,
so weird to
and
think
now
about.
we're moving to like science, like alternate universes. If we could travel to alternate universes and like see,
Like watch
'cause
from a bird's eye or
they
something.
think it's like an infinite alternate universe. So like every little decision that you make, there's an alternate universe to where you actually made this decision. So it's just weird to think about.
I wish
if
we
I
could
was.
go to the alternate universe where we didn't stop doing gaming videos and we just
Oh,
kept
we
that,
actually kept
and to
like
see where we
pushing,
would be at.
see if it actually be famous on YouTube or anything. But I don't know. It's just you can't have that thought of, you know, is there a better person out there for me? Especially when you're in a committed relationship, that's not a good thought
Well,
to have.
I truly do.
Everybody has mistakes. It's like either break up with them and get out of there, or accept them for who they are. You know, push through those. Like, because I have flaws. I know I have major flaws. Okay, and
Well, no one's perfect. And
yeah, nobody's perfect.
I need to
have
wrap my mind around that because I feel like I'm trying to manifest like a perfect girl for me, like in every way, and it's not. It doesn't exist.
It's like we have our own vision of like what kind of girl we want.
Yeah.
But then it's like that girl has to accept us
Yeah.
for who we are. Because like I already know one of my flaws. Like I said it. Like emotionally, I'm a little like emotionally. What's the distant?
Okay.
Like I said, from the
So, like,
girls
you don't-
I don't show them too much emotion.
Okay.
That's a problem. That's like a flaw that I have.
Because girls like
Girls want to. Some girls want to see your
what's the
soft
word I'm
side.
looking for? Oh my gosh.
Girls do want to see your soft side, and I don't show my soft side. I literally will
Yeah.
never have a girl.
So like you don't open up to a girl.
I try to keep stuff to myself usually.
And another interesting thing about you is like when you meet a girl, you don't introduce her to like
No,
family and friends right
no.
away.
I do not.
Yeah.
Never
Which is
introduce.
smart because-
yes.
That's like the thing that sucked about my past breakup is like I
Right.
cut off a bunch of people I enjoyed and I was
Right.
friends with like outside of my
Yeah.
ex.
That's why
So
you
it's hard.
don't get them intertwined. See, like I will not introduce a girlfriend of mine like unless I know she's gonna be my wife. Like if I know she's the one, I will introduce her to everybody, my friends, family, everything. And that might take some time for me to figure that out, like if she's my wife. Because if you find a girl and like within the first 3 months you've introduced her to your friends and now she's like basically a part of the friend group and you've introduced her to your family and she's getting tight with your family now, and then all of a sudden you decide, and vice versa, you know, you're with her family and you're with her friends and you're making good friendships and good relationships with her family, and then like after 3 months you decide, maybe this isn't right for me, and you decide to break up, and then it's like you're not just breaking up with that person, you're breaking up with their family and their friends, and that's like half of your life now.
Yeah.
Like
It
when you
does.
make that person half of your life, then it makes the breakup just much more crushing.
Sucks. Yeah.
It is much more crushing. So that's why whenever I meet a girl and you know we're going out on dates and stuff, I usually try to take it slow and I don't introduce her. I mean, I can introduce them, but I don't hang around like I wouldn't be with you like hanging around with. I mean, maybe we could. Who
I mean,
cares?
I met your ex though. Like I
Yeah,
talked
you
to her.
did. You did. I mean,
I'm your
like,
roommate,
but,
though.
like,
I'm
yeah,
your
you're
roommate.
my
It's like
roommate.
that.
Like, I'm saying. Plus, I don't really have any friends out here in Arizona.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My family's in Illinois,
Yeah.
so I don't have to worry about it really at all.
Honestly, yeah.
And her family wasn't from here either. So
that's
really,
the part that sucks about breakups is like when you're invested in their family and like you spend all this time and memories with her friends and her family and you like have to cut that off. It's like you're never talking to those people ever again. And like if you like those
you're
people,
never
it
gonna see them.
sucks.
You're never gonna see them, dude. I remember when my sister and her boyfriend broke up back when I was in like middle school or high school, and they had dated for a while, and dude, her boyfriend at the time was really cool. I loved him. He was so cool. And I remember after they broke up, The last time I heard from him was on Facebook, and he told me what's up, how are you? Like, he just like asked me.
How long ago was this?
Oh, I was a freshman in high school, maybe 8th grade. So this is a long time ago, but it was on Facebook. I remember he messaged me on Facebook, asked me like how I'm doing, like what I'm up to. And that was the last time I ever heard from him. But isn't that sad? Like he was so cool, and he bought me a Lego set too. He bought me a freaking $90.
You don't talk to that person because of like.
Yeah, because now. Plus, I was a kid too, so. But he was also like my brother's friend, too, as well. So it made it even more like. I mean, they still talk. Like
relationships suck.
Relationships do. That's why we're staying away.
Aren't fun.
So when would you say? You said you're like ready at like 30 years old to get married.
Probably. No, I want to get married before I'm 30 for sure.
So like 28, 27.
I want to like have my first kid at 30 probably. I mean, obviously depends where I'm at when I'm 30, but I'll be ready. Cause like I want to be young with my kids. I want to like play with them and like be healthy and like physical with them. You know, like I can actually move my body. So I want to be younger. If I'm like having kids,
57.
If I'm having kids when I'm like 40 and up, I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I would say in my 30s.
I want to play basketball with my kids and like.
Right. Stuff. Yeah, I would say for me, 30. I think I said this last time. 32, 33 is when I start having kids, getting married. And, you know, I mean, I can marry younger, too. Like, she could be like, I could find somebody who's probably maybe... Hopefully I'm not super ugly.
It's going to be so weird once we're, like, have a wife and, like, we're married.
He'll be
and we're watching this podcast and see how old we are. And
then we can talk... Let's talk about our taste in women and then see...
Okay, yeah. Let's do it. Let's talk about our types.
So... like our type of women, like what
that's actually
physically,
I'm kind of nervous.
And then like our future wives are watching. It's like the exact opposite of what he explained. I don't know. My taste in, I mean, I like all kinds of women, but obviously I love like Latinas. Latinas are primary. I don't know, tan skin and dark hair. There's something about that that's just. And foreign too. I like foreign.
Yeah.
Foreign is. What is so attractive about foreign?
I like learning, like, just, like, hearing them talking their language, like, meeting their families, like, tradition, and culture and stuff. I enjoy that. I want, like, a French girl.
French.
I want, like, a French blonde.
That's it.
That's it.
Just a French blonde.
So if my wife is a French blonde.
But you know what's so interesting, though, is, like, people are different. Like, every single culture is so much different, and the way they interact is so much different. Like... For example, Latinas, they're so much more like lovey-dovey, you know? They're much more, I don't know.
I think it just depends on how they're raised too, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, every culture has its own, like, norms and has its own priorities. They have their own, like Latina's very family-oriented. You know, they're very much about the family, which I like. American girls, you know... America's very diverse, and they have. I don't know. America's weird. Every girl
I don't
has.
even know, like, our traditional woman.
What is a traditional American woman? We need a woman on this podcast. Honestly, we need to have a perspective from a woman because we're just two straight white males.
Just have no idea what they're talking about.
We have no clue what we're talking about. But like American woman. I would say this: American women much more independent, much more. Much more. I would say they're much more driven, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean, the girls that I have talked to, like at least here, you know, on like not social media, but dating apps, you know. Yeah. I asked them, hey, what do you do? I have a lot of women like they're going to be like med school, be a doctor, physical therapist, like a bunch of stuff.
That's
and I'm
like a turn on to me.
Like that's
a turn on.
You should be able to find somebody here, okay? That in Phoenix,
I'm not looking right now. I just saw my ex-girlfriend out here.
But I'm saying though, if you want somebody who's like, you could easily find somebody who's gonna be like a doctor.
A woman that's like successful, like just pushing herself.
Yeah.
Hot.
See, for me, like my priority is gonna be family. So.
Yeah.
If she's a doctor, she's gonna be way too busy. And I mean, you can make it work with a family, but it's.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I want her to push herself in like whatever direction she's going.
Yeah.
But obviously, when we're both 35 and settled down,
Yeah,
I want her to be a good mom.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like once I get married, I'm gonna be ready to settle down, and then I want her to be ready to settle down, and I mean, we're gonna have a great family.
You said earlier
I
you would drop. Would you drop YouTube if like you're a dad and like married?
I wouldn't do YouTube as much. That's for sure.
So let's put you in a scenario where you get like 2 million subscribers. You're successful with YouTube, whatever, from the podcast.
I want more than 2 million, but
okay, I'm just putting in a scenario. Let's say you're 32 years old and you find a girl, you get married. Are you gonna drop YouTube and like the thing you just built in the past 10 years that you worked so hard to do?
Probably not.
I'm
trying to think. I wouldn't do it as much though. I would probably start doing, that's tough. The thing that's nice about what I do now is that I have a bunch of time already. Like I don't have a day job, so I have a ton of time on my hands. So my love language is definitely like quality time and physical touch. So I have plenty of time to do that. And so I feel like I could be a successful YouTuber and, trade stocks and do everything I want to while also being in a great relationship and just spending time with the woman.
So those are your 2 love languages, you think?
Oh, 100%. I took a test too. Physical touch and quality time.
I did a test. And I think mine was like words of affirmation. Like I like to.
Really?
No, not like I love you.
Also, you look great. You look great tonight.
But like I'm proud of you and stuff like that, or like good job, or like I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I like stuff like
That's crazy.
Yeah. I like so words of affirmation and like gifts. I like giving gifts. Like my way of telling someone I love them is like
it has a value to it, huh?
Not
it's
like
materialistic
things. No,
it's materialistic.
No, not materialistic. It's
wife, look at what I got you a Tesla.
I make something for them, or like do something for them, and I give them that. So it's like makes them feel special.
I guess I am. I like
giving.
Like I like being a provider.
Yeah,
There's something about
that's
that.
what it is. Yeah.
I enjoy paying for stuff.
Like if I could buy. Like I know
imagine
it's
buying
like
a house.
But I'm saying for my parents, like if I could, like my mom has like a dream car.
Oh yeah, I would
want to buy my mom her dream car.
That's everybody's. I think everybody would want to do that for their mom and dad. But
yeah, I have a very weird love language. I think I figured that out in my last relationship. Is like
words of affirmation and gift giving. Did you say?
I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
So we're completely different then,
to give.
We're completely different.
Physical touch and what was it?
Quality time. I like to spend
quality time. I got quality time too.
But like but I can be kind of toxic with quality time.
Yeah,
because
you're very toxic.
Because if I want to spend every day with you. That's like my.
So
at first,
you don't need space.
Sometimes I do need space. Absolutely. But so for example, in my last relationship, we both had time and we spent like every day together. It was great though. I enjoyed that. But it's just I can't do that because I have a goal. I have goals. Mm-hmm. I need to accomplish them. Yeah. Then I'm ready to.
I go mad. Like I literally will go. Like I want to spend quality time with the last person I was with. I truly loved and I liked.
Yeah.
But I would like have mental games with myself. Like I would be like, Austin, you could be doing something like towards your goals.
Right.
And like it was just like a battle of that.
That's how. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I don't think I'm ready for a serious relationship. And
yeah, when
I'll let other stuff come up, but
when I spent a whole Saturday watching Game of Thrones with a girlfriend.
But even without her.
Bro, I watched it while I was trading, okay? I was technically working while I was watching it. I finished Game of Thrones literally in like 2 weeks. In a week and a half, 2 weeks. But, and the series was, it was good. It's just, that's a different story. But, I don't know. I like seeing, Patrice O'Neal, he's a comedian. You probably, he's a comedian and he explained it well. Like, I want a girlfriend, I want a girl who's like, not here. Like sometimes she can be like right here. But I want her like there. You know what I'm saying? Like just around.
A presence?
Like around, yeah. Like a presence. Like
so
I love cuddling.
Do you feel like you're independent?
Do I feel like I'm independent? With a girlfriend, no way. I'm not independent. I need a girl. I need a girl. If I'm in a relationship with you, I want you around. Like I want you to be.
I want that person around too, but I also, even with like you or like my family or anyone, I need alone time for like my mental health. Like
That's okay, but I'm saying be around. Like maybe leave me alone in this room for like a couple hours. But then once I'm done with whatever I'm doing, then like let's let's get close to each other. Yeah. Let's get close to each other. So that's what I like. I mean, of course, every person needs alone time, and I'm sure girls. This is why we need a woman on the podcast. Yeah, we girls like. I'm sure. I don't know. How do girls like alone time? Because I feel like they're the same way.
It's all independent. It's all individual. Sorry, like
it really.
Every girl's gonna be different.
I'm sure there's gotta be statistics on this though.
Yeah.
Every girl is different. Every guy is different.
Girls have a love language where they like quality time. And
I don't know. Do you like an outgoing girl, or do you like a girl who's like what kind of personality type? You like outgoing?
I like outgoing. Yeah.
Outgoing.
I think I'm very like. I feel like I'm an introvert with like extrovert tendencies. I find myself like very introverted lately. Yeah. But I like to be social at times. But I prefer to like be inside working than like out partying anymore. Like I'm being social with people.
I mean, so you like an outgoing girl?
I mean, who's very. I think so.
I mean,
I like a funny girl too. Like I like a girl who can make me laugh.
See,
like, I don't. It's outgoing.
I like a girl who's just. See, we have different priorities. I want a girl who's just loving and caring. That's what I like. She doesn't have to be funny. She does not have to be funny.
I know. She doesn't have to, but I do enjoy like a funny person to be with. Because I like to be funny, and if they're like,
my friends are for like jokes and funny stuff. My girlfriend,
are you serious?
She's caring. She can be funny, but I'm saying like,
so like you only want serious. You only want like a serious relationship.
No, I mean we can joke around, but like I would prefer. Okay,
are you sarcastic with like your girlfriend?
Oh yeah, I'm always sarcastic all the time. Yeah, but like. Funniness is not important to me. Caring, though, that is loving and caring.
I didn't know this was a spectrum.
This is a spectrum for me.
I thought you were just asking, like, do you want your wife to be funny? I was like, yeah. But yeah, I think caring's above comedy also.
I mean...
I'm not just saying, like, comedy's number one.
Yeah, but okay. Maybe I'm thinking, like, maybe I'm viewing yours as, like, it's all has to be, like, the same thing. But for me, it's like, what's the priority here?
Okay.
What's the priority?
Okay.
Loving, caring...
Well, I need, like, characteristics.
Okay, so loving,
give me like
caring,
a word bank.
Funny, thoughtful.
Okay, loving probably number one.
I don't know. I'm not
loving.
I'm not good with vocabulary.
Loving number one. And then I don't know like the list, but like I'd have supportive up there, like very supportive.
Very supportive.
Caring, loving and caring are the same thing.
What about hardworking too? You know.
Ambitious is definitely up there. Ambitious is over like comedy for sure. Okay. Or humor.
Comedy. She's doing stand-up bits too. You're like sitting at the dining room table. She has a microphone. She's like trying to make you laugh. You're just there shaking your head.
This isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work.
Samantha, nope, no way.
What's yours? What's your like?
Loving and caring. I want someone who
it's like ambitious.
Is very. I need a girlfriend / wife who is going to help me out, like who's going to check up on me emotionally. Like I need help with that.
Yeah, that's
definitely
like supportive.
I need somebody who's going to help me with that. And
sounds like you need a therapist.
I probably do.
I think everyone needs therapy. I want to go to therapy.
I don't want to go to therapy.
I think I would be open to going to therapy 100%.
I'm just
you're very close-minded on therapy? Like you would never want to.
I don't need somebody to talk to.
I mean, I don't really either, but it's just like you can like talk to that person about literally anything.
You know what's funny? I'm my own therapist. I'm not joking. Okay, here's what I do. Whenever if I just pace around and I just think, and I just think to myself and I think different thoughts and I just figure. No, I don't journal, but I figure myself out is what I do.
I journal. I think journaling's really good for my mental health.
It's like a diary.
I write down.
Keep track.
I call it a journal, not a diary. So.
Well, it's the same thing basically. I mean, I had a diary. I told you I had a diary in 8th grade. So, you're how old?
No, honestly, journaling is really good for your mental health.
It does.
I write down all my ideas and I write down all my thoughts.
Right.
And just like anything on my mind, I'll write down.
And you know what? Podcasting is kind of like journaling.
It is, yeah. Honestly.
A little bit. Getting out.
We're having a therapy session.
Yeah, this is kind of like therapy.
We're venting back and forth.
I'm a really good therapist. Yeah. Jeez.
I started crying during this interview, just bawling my eyes out.
Dude, if you started crying, I'd probably. I don't even know what I would do. If you, we should cry one time.
I've never cried in front of you, have I? Oh, at my grandpa's funeral.
Oh yeah.
I cried, but that wasn't really in front of you. I actually did cry in this past breakup, and I FaceTimed him after I cried, and I was like, but I also posted a TikTok that popped off. And it felt so good.
He had too much champagne.
Yeah, I had a night where I did like I was celebrating 27 followers on TikTok, and I did all the TikTok stuff in one night, and I edited it and posted it. Yeah. And then I was drinking champagne, like editing it, and I got emotional thinking about my past relationship. Yeah. So I cried. I uploaded the TikTok. The TikTok kind of did pretty good, and then I FaceTimed him. Yeah. And I told him. No,
it's after.
He was pissed. Yeah. He was pissed. He was
no, because you sent a text to her. Oh, you don't communicate.
Okay. First off, don't tell the audience I sent a text. I sent a peaceful best of luck with everything. If you ever need me, I'm here for you.
But here's what I'm viewing.
End of story. I'm not going to continue the conversation.
Okay, but let me explain my view of this.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, it's healthy to cry after a breakup for sure on both ends.
Yeah.
It's healthy to cry. For the first time, I actually did cry over this girl I just broke up with.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, I know. I shed a few tears because she was a great girl. She was a good girl, and I wish it's like the right place but wrong time. Yeah. To be honest,
I think
that's what is so heartbreaking. But don't send for me when I. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Did you just?
Don't make me joke. Go ahead.
You're right.
I can't breathe. I'm having a panic attack.
Okay, but. Sorry. So for me, I remember after my first hard breakup, what made it so complicated is because me and this girl were still texting back and forth, and it made everything so convoluted, made everything so complicated. Yeah. So anytime I separate from a girl, I'm losing my breath because I'm talking too much. I literally don't, I will not send a text, send anything to them because for the primary reason, I broke up with them. I broke their heart. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of them is what a butthole.
You're putting their feelings in consideration.
What a butthole I am to break up with you. To break up with you and then send you a text saying, "Yo, dude, best of luck in the future."
Okay, it's not like that. It's not like that.
I know you have good intent. I know you have good intentions.
I went into it with the right intention. Right. I could literally read the text if I wanted to right now. Actually, I deleted it, but. It was just literally a reach out saying thanks for everything. I'm happy for all the lessons I learned in our relationship. I screenshot and sent you it. It was a good text.
Okay, but you have good intentions.
Yeah.
I'll say that. You have great intentions about it. But for me though, if I just stomped on your heart basically, because that's how they view it. If I just broke your heart and then I send you a text saying, "Oh, I hope best of luck," they're gonna think "Oh, what a butthole," because they're not. Yeah. They're not thinking, oh, he's thinking of me. Their view is not oh, he's thinking of me. He cares about me. They're he broke up with me. He broke my heart. Screw this guy. That's usually.
Well, we had a very civil, from my perspective, we had a very civil, mature breakup. What's your face when you just drink that water?
Bro, I'm losing my breath. We're talking way too much.
I can't breathe through my nose.
I literally.
That's brutal. We had a very civil breakup. So, I mean, I didn't think it was wrong to do that. Yeah. And we haven't talked since, and we're not going to talk. If she were to reach out to me or whatever, I'm not gonna reply. So just depends on.
Will we have to continue this conversation should we do a part 2 of this? I mean, we could. We went for almost an hour.
Stop it?
Yeah, I gotta stop it because it's too long. I can't.
Yeah, that went by really fast. Wow. I blacked out that entire time. Oh my gosh.
I almost passed out, to be honest with you.
I hate doing a podcast when I can't breathe through my nose.
I know. For those of you who didn't see the last podcast, please go check it out.
We both have COVID, so.
I had it.
Yeah, I still have.
You're still in quarantine.
I still have symptoms, so I can't really breathe.
So this guy is.
So it's really fun.
Stay away. Hey, back away, please. You're way too close.
We're not even 6 feet apart.
So maybe back up.
I'm gonna give it to you. This is continuous toxic cycle. I think we had some good topics. And
and we'll have more. We'll have more good topics in the future, guys. Thank you for listening.
We got serious this episode. We got real.
I can't talk because I freaking am out of breath right now. I exercised for the first time in literally 2 weeks, so I gotta. take a break.
Are you going grocery shopping?
I am.
Okay.
I gotta go pick up some groceries. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check us out on our main YouTube channels.
Yes, sir.
Links are down below. And
stay safe out there, guys.
Stay safe
Drink
out there.
lots of water.
Vitamin C. Get some orange juice.
2 Tylenols before bed.
Just
thank
be
you guys
healthy.
for watching though or listening.
Yes.
Appreciate you all.
Love, peace, chicken grease, guys.
Love, peace, chicken grease.
Take it easy.